Hey, what's with those dead ducks on the porch?
How do you hate NASCAR? Hey, the fucking snake pit's stinking extra much this morning. I was like,
it's not the snakes, it's actually the rats that
Yeah,
are
it's
in there.
ammonia from the urine.
What is this? What's
the ammonia from the urine.
Yeah, they
fuck
come
with
up
that.
in their urine.
You don't like
You
deer?
go inside the room.
No, fuck no.
You walk in.
There's a reason it's not on every menu in America.
Tastes
Tastes like shit.
Some people thought I was funny yesterday on the video, apparently.
I heard you had a couple patches you weren't aware of on your...
I cannot believe y'all put that shit on my vest.
Who did that?
You, probably.
Me?
I asked him.
Yeah, a little
Did you
short
get in
tactical
trouble
Pablo
for having
motherfucker
the
sneaking
dick
up.
pictures?
No.
Me?
No.
Did anyone notice him though?
Yeah, when we were done. Dina's gonna have to friggin' edit that, do that Photoshop.
I wanted Heather to hear it
Poor
because
guy.
John told me last night, and I was like, they actually saw him, and he was like, yeah. He's like, after they were done with the entire day, I was like, yes.
There's a dog in here.
No.
Whose is that?
It's not a commercial food predator. It's cool.
No, not really.
It's for breakfast.
Man, I am still drunk.
That must have been one hell of a night.
I didn't.
I heard you exposed yourself and there's video.
We all saw his butthole.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I do this thing where I talk with my asshole.
With your pants up or down?
No. I down and I spread the cheeks and I talk with my butthole. Sorry. Hi, good morning. I'm
You ain't
Ben.
gonna embarrass me.
I'm Ben. How are you, sir?
Well, you might
Yeah.
washed his hands.
I said, you guys want some
Good morning.
breakfast?
Good morning, sir.
He said we had breakfast, but do you have any biscuits? I said, I got some
Got a
biscuits.
couple
I did.
biscuits.
I
and
made
hold
a
it.
bunch of them last night. They're buttermilk biscuits.
Buttermilk biscuits.
Oh, I don't need
You made biscuits?
I have
Yeah.
Mexican.
I can't make gravy, but I can make biscuits.
You want me to teach you how to make
If you
gravy?
can make
You're gonna
this,
have
you make great. It ain't.
You want me to teach you how to make gravy?
No,
You gonna just tell me?
No, you kind of like one of the things you gotta learn. You gotta get a cast iron skillet, and you gotta start with the sausage.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
You put the flour.
He's gonna say
and the
something
milk,
He's
absolutely
already-
retarded in a minute.
He is
Yeah.
already.
and you can feel yourself getting fatter as you make it. You don't even have to eat it, but it's real good.
So armor in or armor out yesterday?
Oh, we left the armor in. I look like
Oh, I've seen the picture already.
Yeah.
Sausage ready to go?
I look really good. We got these pictures of me coming out of the smoke
Piece off there.
You look
on
like
Instagram. Yep. Everybody can
You and
everybody can
Everybody
follow
get
me
you a
on the
sausage.
Instagram on the line.
Sausage links.
Look at that.
What's that right there?
That's a good
That's
picture.
duck sausage right
Is it
there.
duck
Just
sausage?
summer sausage, but this is good venison.
Amanda.
These links.
Look how badass me and Paul Markle look. Look at this shit.
I saw your pictures.
Appreciate it.
What's Paul Markle wearing?
Paul Markle's wearing
Sometimes.
some I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing good.
Yeah, that's your stuff. Look at the buckle.
So you
Or that's some stuff he like sewed up, like some of that fake SOE stuff from like eBay.
Good.
Fake
No, no.
Yeah,
I'm
excuse me.
I'm just
He did.
making myself useful right
I got
now.
some
Whatever
coffee.
I order.
Sausage and biscuit.
We'll see you after
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Great.
You can just, yeah, I mean, I've never even met him, but now that I'm a parent, I can recognize in pictures when someone's not a douchebag.
Yeah, no, I mean, and people all
You
the
absolutely
time
can.
think that he's so much older than he is, maturity.
Right.
You know, he can sit there and have a conversation with anybody.
Where's he go to school?
You know what?
St. James, he's in a private school.
You know what
Yeah,
causes
has to
that?
happen.
Well, and his grandmother works there and grandfather work there. So,
It's
I mean,
gotta
it works
happen.
out good.
You know what causes that?
What?
Talking to him like an adult.
My hair looks better today than it did yesterday. It's because you're short
Yes.
and you're filming up, and like
No, it just looks bad.
So last night, my son walks into the living room, hands my wife his blanket. He goes, "It's covered in piss." Because he pissed on it. She texted me like she was upset. She quoted him, and I'm like, "Well, he was right."
So Mercat's walking in the door. I know Jacob's here. I'm like, where's Mookie at? He's in the parking lot. So I walk out as Mookie's walking in, and all I see is your truck and a BMW. And I'm like, surely he didn't give Mookie that BMW to drive. I'm like, oh shit, this is not gonna be good. So you came with him. I'm taking it
I did. Can we drive your car today?
Yeah.
This morning.
without you in it. That's
Get
what
it.
it means.
We're gonna get it sideways.
you told me I could drive the Porsche today.
You can drive the Porsche.
He's.
Are you sober?
You should have.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a while.
Good idea.
He's like, well, he's like,
What's y'all's
technically,
Instagram tag?
SOE Tactical.
SOE Tactical Gear.
He hops in the car this morning to drive over.
Or
here.
baller as fuck. That works.
And he goes,
too.
"Ugh, I gotta suck it up." I'm like, "Are you still drunk?" Yes.
Yeah.
How about you? So you're not drinking this trip at all.
No, I got so drunk last night I puked into the kitchen sink.
He was talking with his asshole.
Two people he's
But he
never.
does-
It's like one
I've
of them
seen him-
things with your hand where you
But
go
I've
like
seen
this,
him do
but
that
I'm
when
going
he's not
to
drunk
drop it.
too.
Yeah.
But we had all these writers and bloggers and YouTubers and stuff, and some of them were like real cool. And then other ones were cool in their own way, but they weren't used to like meeting
Yeah.
a dude that's like, hey, look at my butthole.
But they took pictures.
Jacob, I
of
like it that you kind of like
They took
turn.
pictures of
They're
it.
gonna carry him.
They're
in
like,
the
I
wallet.
can't believe you're doing that.
That's Mickey's butthole.
It's weird.
See the Dodge truck?
Should have started yelling, "World Star!"
No, there's a Dodge
World
truck
Star."
outside.
With a big
World Star Hip Hop's where I get all my news.
That mega cab out there.
Yeah.
It's a mega cab, 5'9".
Oh, I didn't see it.
I want to
Is
ride
it
in that
black?
thing.
It's gonna be.
Did you
It's
redo?
close to
did
black.
you redo the Excursion?
No.
It looks cleaner and like.
The Yukon?
No, there's an Excursion outside.
That's
Black
fine.
It
Excursion.
got washed.
Maybe it got washed.
I got guys that come to clean them every 2 weeks.
So, pocket tees. I wore this to try to show you that you need to make a t-shirt with pocket.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Like their idea of a
Why do
guy
you want
is.
the-
I have a bunch of
Just
John
want
Barbados
so
t-shirts that have
bread,
pockets on
one
them,
slice of toast,
and I wear them frequently.
Pocket tee.
I don't ever
I want
put
just
anything in the
like-
pocket, ever.
No bread.
Yeah,
Pocket
you
tees
wanna-
are where it's
you
at.
wanna
What's
build
in the
that.
pocket?
A proper
Nothing?
Yeah.
I got problems.
But like I
Yeah.
could put like
Like
some
this.
Yeah. I can give you-
receipts.
I usually
Really?
change it.
Or I
Like,
could
I don't
put a business
smoke.
card.
You couldn't even put a fucking pack of cigarettes in these pockets.
You could definitely put a pack of ribs down that pocket.
Time.
Jacob's like, I need sleeve pockets.
Yeah, the blue
So I don't
relax.
have to roll them up.
This Southern Tide. Man, I like these Southern Tide shirts.
It's different. I wouldn't wear
What is it, a
blue,
boat company
but
or
I'll put it
something?
in my
It's like a, you know, like one of those like really douchey like South Carolina. Like, let's go to the lowland and drink some bourbon and shoot some
have a
quail.
crab boil.
Have a crab boil. Yeah.
Do you have some bourbon with you?
No, we drank it all.
I bought a bunch of bourbon.
I have lots.
We drank all last night. Like he bought some moonshine, like 2 bottles of
Oh,
scotch.
you had to buy it.
And a-
I
and a-
brought a lot.
I got some $2,000 tequila.
Though you could have some tequila that like Jose Cuervo himself squeezed out of the agave plant in the desert in like 1850 with a fucking sombrero on, right? Carrying a fucking Schofield 44, and I wouldn't drink it.
You listen to the whole fucking
I
time.
knew
just to
something
say,
was coming.
I don't want
know where it was
tequila.
going.
But if you had a bottle of Wild Turkey 101 made by Master Distiller Jimmy Russell,
All right. Next time you come here, I will have some wild turkey.
I really like
Refresh
the
you.
blue contrast on your hair.
Thank you.
Matches the truck.
It took me a while to get into like it took me a while to adjust to your hair color. I'd never met a woman that had multiple
Which
colored
one?
hair at once.
It's great.
You live in Miami and you've never met a woman with.
I don't live there now, Oliver. I was raised up in like the country, dog.
Okay.
Like
In a town, no, it's not. That's
like
not
a town of
much
like
bigger than Camden.
3,000 people. Yeah,
So-
we didn't have a Walmart. I remember when they built McDonald's.
There's not even a sign off the highway that says what town it is.
No, coming westbound between Cookville and the nothingness. That's
I went to
between
Cookville
Nashville.
to pick up some snakes. So we pull up in the middle of fucking nowhere at this mobile home, and we get out, and we're
Are we filming?
yeah.
Oh.
So we're gonna pick up some snake cages and
Suck it
some
in.
snakes, and the dude meets us out front. So finally, after talking to him a while, and he realizes we're not the cops or whatever, he invites us in. So we go into the mobile home, and it has a weird smell. And he's like the crazy cat lady, but the cats aren't there anymore. So he has a fucking huge, huge aquarium full of turtles, which you're not supposed to have turtles in Tennessee. It's something.
Everybody knows it
You
now.
can't have them. So he's telling us about how he's got this snake. I've got this really big Burmese python. It's like 20 feet long. And you always hear that. And every time you see it, it's like 8 feet long Burmese python or something. So we walk into this dude's room where he lives with his mom. We're pretty sure mom has passed away and is still living, and she's like asleep in the bed. She's a mummy. That or he has her in the cooler and he pulls her out and has dinner with her and shit every now and then. The dude's just weird. So we go in the room, and this dude really has a fucking 20-foot Burmese
It
python.
was huge.
Huge.
It was the biggest thing I've ever
Like
seen.
he's got, like, we opened his refrigerator. There's no food in his house anyway. Like, I don't know what the dude
Did
does.
he
in it.
see you open the refrigerator, or you just kind of like
We
walk
just,
through?
no, we just, I'm like, I wonder if mom's in here. So we open the refrigerator. There's nothing in there. There's just like cat piss everywhere. The cats are not there, so it might have been his piss. I don't know what the deal was in the house.
He was feeding the cats.
But this
to the
fool
snake.
had a
There's
fucking.
some shit in there.
This dude had a fucking snake that you got to feed fucking pigs to. Like that's where his whole. That's where all of his income is going to. All of his income's going to the fucking feed the Burmese python. It's fucking crazy. These.
So you didn't buy that Burmese
Hell
python?
no. Like snake dudes, you never know. You're gonna roll up on a really rich dude with a very nice collection that's got his shit together, and you're like, that's a nice fucking house. Or you're gonna roll up to a snake dude that's just like fucking off the wall crazy. You're gonna see him on the news. In
Did you
5
see
years.
that that show True Detective? Did you watch that? Like at the
That's
end.
my
they,
nephew.
Eli, did you watch it? That's what I'm picturing. Like
His
at
name's
the
Odin.
end where the
Yeah,
dude's like,
I know
yeah,
you're
Odin.
That's kind of what
That's cool.
dude, like horns coming out of his head and like, woo. You
Yeah,
know.
there's like there's
That's my nephew. Odin.
That was a great show. If you guys didn't see it, you should watch
That's
that.
awesome.
True Detective. It's really creepy. Like, but it's like a drama, but it's good.
My nephew Odin.
Odin. That's
Yeah,
fucking
you
cool.
made the bag for it for his dad.
Cutie.
Scott's back.
You know
From
the
the-
original meaning of
From
Wednesday is
the
Odin's
place.
Day.
sandbox, the place. Yeah.
Did you hear what he just said?
The original meaning of Wednesday is Odin's Day.
Chubby Spock.
Chubby Spock, man. Last night he said something like Jaeger said something. He was like said this like really like I mean it was actually literally true, but he says it in that Yankee tone that makes you think he's being a smart ass.
You should,
And-
you should,
and
get,
Jaeger-
you should develop an English accent.
Jaeger goes, you stop it with your intellect or something or your logic, and I go, oh yeah, the Chubby Spock. It's your new
That's your patch right there.
Yeah.
You should have patches made of you that just says Chubby Spot.
Chubby Spot.
You ought to go
Like
buy-
Mil-Spec Monkey passes them out that says Mil-Spec Monkey.
You ought to go get a URL for it right now. Go out to the car and buy Chubby Spot before somebody else gets this. This is going to air in about an hour, so you have an hour to get that URL.
Why don't you guys like live feed this to the internet?
'Cause
Like
the quality
a like a
shit.
camera.
Because
Like
of quality shit.
Do
Oh.
an
This is on a
ass with some
camera,
pointed ears.
and the difference is it's gonna look better
You,
than
but
if we
with
live.
pointed
every
Okay.
time I see a camera on a tripod
That would be cool.
like that, like just hanging out, I think of that story about Jay Gibson and Mookie.
What?
When that camera and the guy on the bed, the house.
Oh shit, in Iraq? I hope these are execution. I hope these are beheading tapes. It was a porn ring. The dude was making porn. And they kick the door and go in and they're looking for high value targets or whatever the army was doing.
Can you tell it? Can you tell that story, please?
So, our compound, our safe house where we live,
Is this ready to go, Eli?
was next
Yeah,
door
play
to
it.
the NSA compound, and the adjacent building had some shitty, dodgy Iraqis move in, and I recognize dodgy because they don't introduce themselves. When you bump into them, they're very polite. They mind their own business, so I knew they were up to no good. So we had the night off from work, and I'm like, yo, let's roll these motherfuckers up. So we kitted up this night, MVGs, break yourself, bam, kicking, ramming, breaching, and they were gone. Okay, I was right. Found the dude had a stash of passports. Different countries, different names, same picture. He was a fucking full-on bad guy from somewhere. Army Intel J2's on their way to come do a sensitive site exploitation, which is get all the intel out of there. But I'm like, they're going to take all the cool shit. So that's like, if he has a sword or a fucking stuffed falcon, we're gonna take that shit.
Stuffed falcon.
You'd be surprised. So, Jay Gibson and I are in the master bedroom doing our SSE, and we flip this like bed over, and there's a giant articulated purple cock,
Robocock.
and all these DVDs, and we're like, because normally you're like, fuck, that DVD is gonna be high value intelligence, but no. You're like, that's gonna be something with this articulating purple cock.
Now, when you say huge, like how huge do you mean?
About the size of my dick. I'm kidding.
And when Jay Gibson tells it, he talks about like the vertebrae and like you could move it.
It was
like,
articulating. It was. And what's funny is the Army took it. And we're talking to the J2, and they're really excited because they know when you find a stack of passports, you got a bad dude. And it's right by the NSA compound, so you can only imagine what the guys were up to. So the guy actually gets rolled up, the bad guy, and in true Iraq war fashion, 3 weeks later, he's let out. Like, hey, no big deal. And he comes back to their house, to get his shit, and he's pounding on our door. I swear to God, this is true. He said, I want my private belonging back.
Belonging.
He wanted the purple cock, and he was screaming and shit, and my company had to give him a fistful of cash to go away. Meanwhile, he's a fucking enemy spy.
So when they found the tapes, they're looking at the tapes, and Jay Gibson says, I hope these are fucking
Yeah.
beheading videos.
They were tapes, not DVDs.
Jay said he's looking at him and he looks over and there's a light flashing on the VCR. And he said he does like the look at the tapes, look at the bed, makes that like instant.
Connection.
Yeah, nothing good was going on in that
A
house.
falcon, a stuffed falcon. That's what you came up with. The stuff that you were like, I may find a sword or a stuffed falcon.
Yeah.
Scott brought me back a prayer rug, right? First time we went to Iraq, it was years ago.
I've got one.
And he's like, super stoked.
I think it came from Scott.
He's like, I brought you this prayer rug. He's like, blah, blah, blah. They make these in villages. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, so what village in China they make this in? Scott says made in China on the back of it. He goes, I can't even steal a prayer rug without it coming from fucking China. That's probably where they stuff that falcon too. Those are probably like blackbird feathers that they put on a form and just airbrushed to look
All right.
like a falcon.
You guys want to eat? You want to call them in? Here, you guys go ahead and eat.
I'm starving.
Here.
You
Ben
look
goes,
like it.
are we going to actual breakfast?
This is
Thank you,
actual breakfast.
thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that's what.
Jakob, sausage.
Oh, bro.
There's biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to get one of them biscuits too.
They're up there on the.
I wish Lance was here. Like, that's bullshit. Like, I came here to hang out with that dude.
We're sorry we're not all good enough.
Well, Lance wears the appropriate length
We
shorts.
need to feed 7 more people.
Because that's all that matters.
Eat some eggs without anything in it.
Would you? Yeah, please. Thank you.
Did you make the biscuits in the
Nice,
muffin?
one of those here.
I did.
Grab a biscuit.
Yes, Oliver, you can have a biscuit.
I
Did
did.
you ask Amanda if you could have a biscuit?
Amanda, can I have a biscuit?
Yes,
Thank you.
I made plenty so that everybody could have one.
I'd break it and then turn
But,
it right back on.